You know what is interesting about bad financial advice? It does not come from people trying to scam you. It comes from well-meaning parents, successful friends, and financial experts who genuinely believe they are helping. The advice sounds reasonable. It is socially accepted. Everyone repeats it, and it is bankrupting an entire generation. Here is what nobody tells you. Some of the most common financial wisdom you hear is not just wrong, it is expensive. Like costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime expensive. And the really insidious part is that these lies are ranked differently based on how much financial damage they actually cause. Today, I am going to rank the 7 most common financial lies from least expensive to most expensive. And I am not talking about obvious scams or get-rich-quick schemes. I am talking about advice that your parents probably gave you, that financial advisors repeat, that society has collectively agreed is true, but that will systematically destroy your ability to build wealth. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly which pieces of conventional wisdom are costing you the most money, and more importantly, what the actual truth is that nobody wants to tell you because it is uncomfortable. My name is Nick, and if you have ever followed standard financial advice and wondered why you are still broke, this is going to explain exactly why. Let us rank these lies by how much they are actually costing you. Let us get into it. Financial lie number 7: you need to build credit by carrying a balance. Lifetime cost $2,000 to $5,000. This is the lowest ranked lie, because while it is expensive, it is also the easiest to avoid once you know the truth. The lie sounds like this: you should carry a small balance on your credit card month to month, because it helps build your credit score. Paying it off completely does not show lenders that you can manage debt. Here is the actual truth: your credit score is built by having credit accounts and paying them on time, not by paying interest. Carrying a balance does absolutely nothing except cost you money in interest charges. The math: if you carry an average $1,000 balance at 20% annual percentage rate for 10 years, you will pay approximately $2,000 in unnecessary interest. That is money you gave to credit card companies for literally no benefit. Why this lie persists: credit card companies benefit from you believing it, and people confuse having a credit card with carrying a balance. You need the former. You absolutely do not need the latter. The fix: get a credit card, use it for normal purchases, pay the full statement balance every single month. Your credit score will build just fine and you will not pay a penny in interest. This ranks at number 7 because the total cost is relatively small and the solution is straightforward. Now let us get into the expensive ones. Financial lie number 6: renting is throwing money away. Lifetime cost $15,000 to $40,000. This one ranks higher because it causes people to make massive financial decisions based on flawed logic. The lie: when you rent, you are just making your landlord rich. When you buy, you are building equity. Home ownership is always better than renting. The actual truth: renting is paying for housing. Buying is paying for housing plus interest, property taxes, maintenance, insurance, and opportunity cost. Whether buying or renting is better depends entirely on the specific numbers in your specific situation. Let me show you why this lie is expensive with real math. Scenario: $300,000 house, 20%, down $60,000, 6.5% mortgage rate. Monthly mortgage payment $1,517. Add property tax approximately 1.2%, $300 per month. Add insurance $125 per month. Add maintenance 1% of home value annually, $250 per month. Total cost of ownership $2,192 per month. Comparable rental $1,600 per month. If you bought instead of renting, you're paying an extra $592 per month. Over 10 years, that is $71,040 in additional costs. Yes, you're building equity, but you're also paying interest. In the first 10 years of a 30-year mortgage, roughly 70% of your payment goes to interest, not principal. Meanwhile, if you rented and invested that $592 per month difference at 8% for 10 years, you would have $108,520. Plus, you still have your $60,000 down payment invested, which became $129,450. Total, if you rented and invested, $237,970. Total equity, if you bought, approximately $90,000 after paying mostly interest for 10 years. Difference $147,970 in favor of renting and investing. Now, this does not mean renting is always better. It means the decision is mathematical, not emotional. In some markets, buying wins. In others, renting wins. The lie is that buying is automatically better. Why this lie persists: real estate agents, mortgage brokers, and parents who bought houses when they cost 2 times annual salary instead of 8 times annual salary all repeat it. Plus, home ownership is culturally valued regardless of financial sense. The fix: run the actual numbers for your market. Compare total cost of ownership to rent. If buying is significantly cheaper, buy. If renting is cheaper, rent and invest the difference. This ranks at number 6 because while it can cost tens of thousands, it is situation dependent and does not affect everyone equally. Financial line number 5, you need an emergency fund before you invest. Lifetime cost $25,000 to $60,000. This lie ranks higher because it affects nearly everyone and causes years of delayed wealth building. The lie: you must have 6 months of expenses in a savings account before you start investing. Do not invest a penny until your emergency fund is fully funded. The actual truth: you need some emergency savings, but the 6-month rule causes people to park massive amounts of money in accounts earning 0.5% while missing years of 8 to 10% stock market returns. The math: someone making $50,000 needs $25,000 for a 6-month emergency fund. If it takes them 2 years to save that, they have delayed investing by 2 years. If they had started investing immediately with a smaller emergency fund. Strategy: a traditional: save $25,000 over 2 years, then start investing $500 per month. Strategy B: hybrid: save $5,000 emergency fund 6 months, then invest $500 per month, while slowly building emergency fund to $25,000 after 30 years. Strategy: a $679,520 in investments. Strategy B: $733,866 in investments. Difference: $54,346 lost to following traditional advice. The reality: a $5,000 emergency fund covers 95% of actual emergencies. Very few people face true emergencies requiring 6 months of expenses immediately. And if they do, that is what credit cards are for in a genuine crisis. Why this lie persists: it is conservative advice that sounds responsible. Financial advisors do not get sued for being too cautious, but they are not accounting for the opportunity cost of keeping large amounts of money in cash earning nothing. The fix: build a $3,000 to $5,000 emergency fund quickly, then start investing while slowly building toward 3 to 6 months. Do not let perfect be the enemy of wealthy. This ranks at number 5 because it delays wealth building for millions of people by years. Financial line number 4, max out your 401k before doing anything else. Lifetime cost $30,000 to $80,000. This lie ranks high because it causes people to lock up money in accounts they cannot access for decades while missing other opportunities. The lie: always contribute the maximum to your 401k before investing anywhere else. It is tax advantaged, so it is automatically the best choice. The actual truth: you should contribute enough to get the employer match that is free money. Beyond that, it depends on your age, income, and goals. Here is why blindly maxing 401k can be expensive. Person: a 25 years old makes $70,000, maxes 401k $22,500 per year. Person B, 25 years old, makes $70,000, contributes to match $3,500, invests remaining $19,000 in taxable brokerage. Fast forward 15 years, both are 40. Person A wants to start a business, but cannot access 401k money without penalties. Person B has $550,000 in taxable investments they can access anytime. Person B uses $100,000 to start a business that generates an additional $50,000 per year. Over the next 20 years, that is $1 million in additional income. Person A could not start the business because their money was locked in a 401k. They stayed in their job making normal raises. This is not hypothetical. Liquidity has value. Having money you can access in your 30s and 40s when opportunities appear is often worth more than the tax advantages of a 401k. Why this lie persists: tax advantages are real and sound impressive, but they ignore liquidity, opportunity cost, and the fact that you might have better uses for capital before age 59.5. The fix: get the employer match always. Beyond that, consider splitting between 401k for tax advantages and taxable accounts for liquidity and flexibility. This ranks at number 4 because it can cost people enormous opportunities by locking up all their capital. Financial line number 3, you need a college degree to be successful. Lifetime cost $100,000 to $300,000. Now we are getting into the really expensive lies. This one ranks in the top 3 because it affects major life decisions and creates enormous debt. The lie: you must go to college to get a good job and build a successful career. A degree is required for financial success. The actual truth: some careers require degrees: doctor, lawyer, engineer. Most do not. And the return on investment on college varies wildly based on degree, school, and cost. The math on this is brutal. Scenario: a 4-year degree at average cost $120,000 total, with living expenses. Graduate at 22, start career at $50,000. Scenario B, skip college, start working at 18 in trade sales or tech, start at $35,000 by age 22. College grad minus $120,000 debt, just starting to earn. No degree, 4 years of income, approximately $160,000, earned 4 years of experience, likely now making $50,000. That is a $280,000 starting gap. The college grad needs to out-earn the non-grad by $280,000 just to break even, if both invest 15% of income from age 22 to 65. College route starting from $0 at age 22. No college route starting with 4-year head start. The 4-year head start in investing is worth approximately $380,000 by retirement at 8% returns. Now, if the degree leads to significantly higher income, doctor, engineer, and similar, it can make sense. But for many degrees, especially expensive ones that lead to low-paying careers, it is financially devastating. Why this lie persists: universities profit from it. Parents grew up in an era when college was affordable and led to guaranteed good jobs. That era is over. The fix: treat college as an investment. Calculate return on investment. If you're going $100,000 in debt for a degree that leads to $40,000 per year jobs, that is a terrible investment. If you're spending $30,000 total for a degree that leads to $80,000 starting salary, that is probably good. This ranks at number 3 because it creates six-figure debt for millions of people with questionable returns. Financial lie number 2: car payments are normal and necessary. Lifetime cost $200,000 to $400,000. This is the second most expensive lie because it normalizes paying for rapidly depreciating assets with expensive debt. The lie: everyone has a car payment. It is just part of life. You need a reliable car, so you need to finance one. The actual truth: car payments are a choice that transfers massive wealth from you to auto manufacturers and banks. The average car payment is now $726 per month. Most people have won their entire working life. Here is the lifetime cost. Average person car payment from age 25 to 65, 40 years. Monthly payment $726. Annual cost $8,712. 40-year cost $348,480. But wait, that is not the real cost. The real cost is what happens if you invest that money instead. Alternative strategy: buy reliable, used cars with cash, $8,000 to $12,000, drive them for 8 to 10 years, invest the money you would have spent on payments. $726 per month, invested at 8% for 40 years, $2,531,069, $2.5 million. That is what a lifetime of car payments actually costs when you account for opportunity cost. But I need a reliable car. Yes, a $10,000 Honda Civic is reliable. A $40,000 finance sport utility vehicle is not more reliable, it is more expensive. Why this lie persists: car companies and banks make billions from auto loans. Society has normalized debt. People confuse can afford the payment with can afford the car. The fix: buy cars with cash, buy them used. Drive them until they die, invest the difference. Your retirement account will thank you. This ranks at number 2 because it is nearly universal and the lifetime cost is staggering. Financial lie number 1: follow your passion and the money will follow. Lifetime cost $500,000 to $1,500,000. This is the most expensive financial lie in existence, and it ranks at number 1 because it affects your entire career trajectory and earning potential. The lie: do what you love and you will never work a day in your life. Follow your passion. The money will come if you're doing what you are meant to do. The actual truth: passion does not pay bills. Market demand pays bills. You can be passionate about something and broke. You can be indifferent about your job and wealthy. The two are not connected the way this lie suggests. Here is the math. Person A follows their passion for creative writing, makes $35,000 per year average over their career. Person B chooses a career based on market demand, software sales or skilled trade, makes $85,000 per year average over their career. Income difference $50,000 per year. Over 40-year career, $2 million in additional lifetime earnings. But it compounds worse than that. Higher income means more investment capacity. Person B can invest $15,000 per year. Person A can invest $3,000 per year. At 8% over 40 years, person B has $4,328,034 in investments. Person has $865,607. Difference in retirement wealth, $3,462,427. $3.5 million. That is what follow your passion costs when your passion pays poorly and you ignore market demand. The truth: nobody wants to hear you can be passionate about things outside of work. Your job purpose is to generate income efficiently. Hobbies are for passion. Careers are for income. Controversial take, do what you love is advice. Rich people give to middle-class people to keep them middle class. Rich people understand that wealth comes from providing value the market wants, not from following your dreams. Why this lie persists? It sounds inspirational. It makes people feel good about poor financial decisions, and the people who succeeded by following their passion survivorship bias write books about it. The fix, choose a career based on a combination of market demand, income potential, your skills, or aptitude and tolerability. Notice passion is not on that list. Find passion outside work. Use work to fund the life that enables passion. This ranks at number 1 because it affects 40+ years of income and determines whether you build wealth or stay broke. The cost of believing lies. Let us add up the total cost of believing all 7 lies. Lie number 7, credit $2,000 to $5,000. Lie number 6, renting $15,000 to $40,000. Lie number 5, emergency fund $25,000 to $60,000. Lie number 4, 401k max $30,000 to $80,000. Lie number 3, college $100,000 to $300,000. Lie number 2, car payments $200,000 to $400,000. Lie number 1, follow passion $500,000 to $1,500,000. Total cost of believing all 7 lies $872,000 to $2,385,000. Nearly $1 million on the low end, over $2 million on the high end. That is what conventional wisdom costs. Here is what nobody tells you: the people giving you this advice are not malicious. They genuinely believe they are helping. But belief does not make something true, and in finance, being wrong is expensive. The question you need to ask yourself: how many of these lies do you currently believe? How many are currently costing you money? How much of your financial future are you willing to sacrifice to conventional wisdom that does not actually work? Here is what you're going to do: pick the highest ranked lie that you're currently following. Not all of them, just one. Figure out what the truth actually means for your situation. Make one change based on reality instead of the lie. That one change: choosing a career based on market demand instead of passion, or buying cars with cash instead of financing, or not going to expensive college for a low return on investment degree. That one change could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. That is it for this one. If this made you reconsider advice you thought was true, hit subscribe and share this with someone who is following their passion straight into poverty. I will see you in the next one.